Last week, I explained how I came into the care of a baby gray squirrel, and now I will explain how he grew and learned before his release. It has been several weeks since I rescued Cletus. We have decided his full name should be Cletus Timothy Webster because he likes to run into corners in my room and get covered in spider webs. Cletus's overall health and energy has skyrocketed. He loves to jump and wrestle and climb up my pants. But he still has his calm times when I can just pet him and he'll start getting sleepy. Cletus loves to play by grabbing onto my hands while I tickle his tummy. He loves to bite my hands, but don't worry, it's a playful bite and doesn't hurt. Imagine playing with a hyper kitten. Get it now?
Can I give you a boop? Boop. Boop. Silly squirrel.
I've introduced him to solid foods now. I bought a squirrel food mix that's supposed to be healthy for rescued squirrels. He enjoys the pumpkin seeds, walnuts, hazelnuts, and peanuts most. At this age, he has terrible posture and balance, but he'll learn soon enough.
Hi.
Doing school with Cletus is never a good idea, unless he has a snack that keeps him preoccupied. For some reason, he has this weird thing with licking everything. Mostly my hands, second most the map on my wall. He also gets random energy spurts. It's pretty fun to watch. Cletus is becoming too cute to handle. He's also becoming too big to handle. Cletus is now 9 weeks old. He's become fluent at eating and storing solid foods. However, we still have to feed him his squirrel formula because he doesn't know how to drink water yet. So, Cletus just drank his first drink of water today. I think it's time to stop feeding him squirrel formula. Cletus is at the age now for living outdoors. My dad added some mesh wiring over a dog kennel for Cletus's cage so he can't get through the holes. I put a squirrel house inside and some sticks for him to climb around on. I'm not happy about how small the cage is. Squirrels need their space. But neither me nor my family have the time or money that's required for making or buying a squirrel enclosure. I also found on a website that the minimum size for a squirrel enclosure is dog kennel size, so I suppose it's not the end of the world. It's bigger than his indoor cage. I left Cletus in his cage and checked on him every 20 minutes. He was curious about the whole thing, but also scared because there were so many loud noises outside, and he didn't recognize anything except the blankets. I littered nuts and seeds around, but he seemed preoccupied. Eventually, he sat on the top of the squirrel house and didn't want to move. He refused to go inside the squirrel box and would growl in his squirrely sort of way if I tried to force him. Cletus did not like his outdoor enclosure. For the rest of the week, I tried to get him used to his cage, but he never really seemed to enjoy it. He mostly just sat around and looked scared. So I decided to keep him inside a little longer. In that time, I played with him whenever I had time and kept him in his indoor enclosure when I didn't. He usually slept when I wasn't around. I realized that he started making the tractor noise that I've heard other squirrels make when he was scared. He usually did this when my sister was in my bunk bed. He wasn't really familiar with anyone except me because I was the only one that played with him. Sometimes during movie nights, I'd bring him upstairs and watch the movie with him. He usually either was asleep most of the time on my lap or was licking my hands. After about a week, I decided he had to get used to living outside. I rearranged his cage and held it up with some chairs and boards so bugs wouldn't get to his food. He seemed to enjoy it slightly more now that he was bigger and more prone to entertain himself, so I often found him rolling around and kicking his blanket. There were several squirrels that would come and check him out every day. One of them was this adult female. The others were young squirrels about his size. It made me wonder if they were his litter mates. I soon realized that what Cletus needed was something to play with. All the toys he had were his blanket and his basket, so I put this chain corncob squirrel feeder that I bought earlier for fun. Other squirrels enjoyed it, so I thought he might too, and he did. He was afraid at first, but then he started wrestling it and kicking it and grabbing corn off and storing it. That corncob helped him enjoy his cage more. Though he did get bored of his cage still. So every morning I brought him inside and played for about an hour then put him back. I could tell this was his favorite part of the day. I also started giving him little things to make a nest with. I wanted to make sure he knew how to make nests once I released him. He understood right away. Cletus also learned how to jump very far distances. The farthest he jumped was 7 feet. All his boxes were checked off, which meant it was time for Cletus to go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll hopefully see you again next week. Bye!